I feel like I'm a part of this Zoom movie that you recently put together. We are gathered here today. I got to tell you, I was so moved by this film. There isn't a person out there who can't relate to one aspect of it. I mean, seriously, how did this all come together? Because not only are you starring in it, you gather this amazing cast, but you're also a producer.
Well, my dear friend Eric Barrett, who I call EB, brought the project to me, and Paul Boyd directed the film. And they said, "Would you like to come in as a producer as well and help us gather this family together?" Who, as you point out, we're speaking to each other electronically. We had to rehearse in this way. We never really got to meet each other, but we had to create a family with all their normal dysfunctions and points of view. And so once we defined that, which was a fun exercise, but also a strange one to do without meeting the actual people. We haven't met as a group, or I haven't met any of them since we made this. And then we had to create these 2 or 3 hours, a matter of hours, that my father is dying of COVID in a hospital on his own.
Right.
And we shot over 3 nights. I was in England visiting my mother. Different actors were in different places.
Yeah.
And so we shot it in 3 parts, really, with the help of our director. And it was an interesting thing to do. And we shot it during a time that was all, also a tough time for us all, as far as being able to physically touch and feel, and the idea that so many people were not able to hug their loved ones is a tragic one. But we also wanted to end on a note of love and trying to unite this family, even through secrets.
Well, absolutely. And, like I said earlier, there really isn't anybody who cannot relate, because obviously through COVID, this is how we communicated. This is how, but yeah, you're right. There's so many people who ended up in hospitals or nursing homes or wherever. And then you get that call from the doctor, your loved one is dying, and you can't even go there. You can't even, hug your dad goodbye or whatever it is. And I just, it really makes you think over the last 2 years, what's important in life. And I just was wondering for you, how COVID maybe changed your perspective on life, on people, on things.
Well, we certainly had a moment in time to be introspective and to contemplate the questions that you're posing. It definitely, for me, made me realize that real richness is within. It's about the relationships that we have with the people that we care about, and a lot of times we can be distracted by so many different things that we don't just stop for a minute and contemplate the things that matter to us.
Yeah.
So it was a moment of contemplation, really, that I believe we all still carry. And sadly, sometimes in life, one has to go through hardship or through tragic moments to further one's spiritual nature.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was wondering, because such a veteran actor, you're a director, just amazing what you've given us over the years. How hard is it to act on Zoom?
It was difficult and challenging for the reason that you can't actually feel the person's physical nature. But we've somehow become accustomed to that. I mean, now I feel a connection between us that maybe I wouldn't have been able to achieve a couple of years ago.
Right.
I'm not a very technically minded person, but I do like the adventure that digital has created. Also, just the ability to be able to shoot a film without the whole circus act.
Right.
Which the circus act, we're gypsies, kind of tinkers in a way. So the circus act is really important. We like to have a drink with each other, or meet, or gossip, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It creates that feeling of contact. We're human finally, but it's also exciting to play with different mediums, and this was quite a sort of kaleidoscopic adventure that we had. It's fun to feel innovative and experimental.
But as a producer too, don't you save a lot of money doing it this way as well?
Well, we did it on a dime, that's for
Right?
sure. Yeah, we did it on a dime, and it's so wonderful that we're getting some positive reactions, and that people feel that, in a way, I think the film is from an audience perspective, it's quite intrusive. We feel that we're
100%.
we're
Yeah.
just looking at this family, and if you're watching it on your computer screen, it's not unusual to the experience that we're having right now.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of uncanny, and it's something that is familiar, but also scary.
Yes.
When it's news such as the ones that the characters receive.
Yeah. Who from the cast surprised you the most, or just blew you away? I mean, everybody's so good. I know it's not a fair question.
Yeah, I think it's not a fair question, because we really all came together as a group, and it's a true ensemble.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts with me with one screen, with me receiving the call, and then the doctor comes on. But very quickly, everybody else joins in, and
Yeah.
some people join in the call late, as it would happen. And other things are going on, Black Lives Matter, and stuff like that. So
Right.
in a way, they also symbolize, as I may have said earlier, different points of views, and different political points of views as well.
Yeah.
mean-
We look at it, like I said, your body of work over the years. I mean, just amazing. But most recently, of course, we saw you in the series Yellowstone. And I have to ask you, what is it like to live in Taylor Sheridan's world?
Well, I think he's one of the most important writers. It's a portrait of America and how America came to be.
Yeah.
It's wonderful and exciting, real page turning stuff when you get the script, and a study of America. And also working with Kevin Costner is an absolute joy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's such a cool dude, and so refined, and so thoughtful about the work that he does, and the respect that he has for the indigenous Native Americans. So
Yeah.
it's great to be part of that world and visit it. It's one of the great luxuries of my work, is to be able to jump from one extraordinary world to another.
Well, yeah, speaking of that, and then, you directed The Last Photograph. That was your last director. And that took a while from your first directing to that. So when are we going to see you behind the camera again?
Well, I'm working on a documentary at the moment, which I'm making and editing in between projects, and it's all I'll tell you is that it's about a car.
Oh, okay, a car. All right, I'll think about that, because there's some cars that you might want to focus in on. I would enjoy that. I would enjoy that for sure. And now, are you still shooting The Crow? Are you still on the set of that?
I finished The Crow. The two films that I have coming out soon. Actually, I just finished The Crow, and
Yes.
the next film that I have that's coming out in December, I believe, is Marlowe with Liam Neeson, and I get to work with Jessica Lange again, who was an American Horror Story with me. Which just
Yes.
love.
American Horror Story. Okay, we got to go there because Ryan Murphy, I think, is like the best, the biggest genius that we have going right now. I mean, okay, so let's talk about his world. I mean, you really, do you ever have pinch myself moments on some of these sets?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And on a Ryan Murphy set, you certainly pinch yourself more than once because the world that he creates is utterly extraordinary. You're stepping into some sort of magical universe, which is wicked and twisted and has many unexpected turns.
Yeah.
The characters that he creates are just fantastical. So yeah, I loved working on the American Horror Story. I quite enjoyed my character, the Axeman.
Oh yeah, that's, oh my God, God, that show is just, it's so brilliant. And last, I just want to go back to The Crow for a second, because of course that was, originally, there was a tragedy, and then now they've rebooted it with Bill Skarsgård and everything. So first off, are you playing a baddie in this? Please tell me you're playing a baddie.
I don't know.
I love when you play bad guys. Come on.
Well, I love bad guys because they just offer so much to chew on. It's you can really play with them, and I just I like baddies.
Yeah.
But maybe I am in this. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. There's something that I want, which he has, and so that doesn't necessarily make me bad.
How'd you like working with Bill? I mean, he was so great in It, and now he's in a whole different type of makeup with The Crow. I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely loved working with him, and we were literally in the trenches together. Yeah. on this film. But I think it might. I have a lot of promise for it. It's I think will be visually absolutely stunning, and there's a lot of drama in it, which is I think poignant, and it doesn't really copy the original. It's its own film.
Good stuff. Well, I look forward to that. I look forward to everything. Marlowe sounds fantastic too, and I really do appreciate your time today, Danny. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and yeah, just have a great rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see you back in Toronto sometime soon.
Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day as well.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.